Well, look at that. Bang on 12 o'clock, or it is on my clock anyway. Maybe not on yours, but I don't care. Good afternoon. Growing old and having fun, who actually left a comment 15 hours ago. Mr. BH4X0R, I presume. What does that spell? Baxter. Good afternoon. David Webb, good afternoon. James Emery, good afternoon, sir. Paul Bayliss, good afternoon. Any more? How many have we got? How many have we got? 18. 18 people. Ting Tong, good afternoon. Yes, I am as well as can be expected, mate, don't worry. We've got 18 viewers. John B, good afternoon. 20 viewers. 10 likes. I haven't started yet. Don't like it until I've started. I've only got 17 there. Oh well. Vauxhall Mechanic, good afternoon. Oliver Nice, good afternoon. Ian Light Healing Lion, good afternoon. Simon Evans, good afternoon. Bzgal, good afternoon. I can't pronounce that. Robertess, good night. 18 ain't much for a man like you who dedicates his time to help people while suffering, honestly. Yeah, cheers, mate. Janky, good afternoon. That's the reason for the live stream is to talk about that. Smoke and fire, no. No smoke, no fire. I'll explain what I'm doing in a minute. 25 people. We'll just give it. I'll give it 5 minutes. Lee OTF Kelsey. Lee OTF. What's OTF? Anyway, good afternoon. I think I've covered everybody. 25 people. Why are people liking it? Oh, of the family. Yes. Lee of the family Kelsey. Why are people liking it? You don't know what I'm going to say yet, because I might be just here to insult every person. And Chloe's going to walk in any second now saying, hello. I'll bet you. Just a bit. I'll just tell you what I'm working on. This is the FQS. Is that what I called it? Scooter battery. I went out on it last summer. That was the last time I used it. And cell number 1 went dead. And I don't know why. Well, I couldn't figure out why. So I got it back up here and took the whole thing apart, obviously, because here's part of it. And there was rust on it. There was rust on the terminals on cell number 1, and it was only reading 0.5 volt, I think. So I charged it up, as you're not supposed to do when a cell goes below its sort of cut off voltage, and I brought it back up to voltage and it wouldn't hold the voltage, so I've pissed around for 2 days fixing it. So now I've fixed it, because it's fixed. Look there, BMS update. No, it's not going to work. It's not happening. I haven't got the time. Can't tolerate the pace. I can't tolerate the pain, and I haven't got the brain power. Robert S. Oh, I've said good night to you already, haven't I? Some Norwegian says I did milk with coffee smack. They're saying coffee for me, aren't they? Anyway, coffee. For those who don't know, this is my supercapacitor bank. It'll kick out about 3000 amps, as you can see by the cables, and I use it for vaporising things when I'm bored, and I also use it for spot welding. Rick, yes, it's only for the older ones. I can't do it. I did have somebody working on it, but I don't want to hassle him with it. He's a friend, and I don't. He got it working. Can I show? I can't show you. He got it working, but I haven't heard of him for a while, and I don't want to hassle him. If he is actually watching this, which he may well be, let me know how you're getting on with it. But anyway, I'm rebuilding the battery so I can go out on my scooter. Put that cell back into operation. I haven't. These are the 5. Oh, there's the other one. They're the knackered ones. Well, they're probably not knackered actually. One of them was reading, oh, that one, that's got rust on it. Anyway, what happened? Oh, I was talking about that. Stop distracting me, friggin' hell. I went out on it and it was the hottest day on record, I think. And at the time, because this flat's got a flat roof. A flat with a flat roof, and it gets very, very hot in here, and I had to get aircon, and the aircon was on, and I left it in the stream of the aircon, so I reckon it's condensation build up. Anyway, it's fixed now, and well, I'm just charging that cell up to the voltage of the rest of them, that's all. I've got coffee. Xavier knows the other night they reported more e-bike battery fires than ever. And don't charge them at night indoors. It's a fucking joke. E-bike batteries. I have never ever had a problem. Never. I don't know how it happens. I haven't got a clue how it happens. There's so many dumb fucks out there, it's unreal. It's unreal. Anyway, we've got 31 people. I did do a bit of a script because I start going off on a tangent and I don't say things right most of the times. When I did my first and last live stream, I was in a lot of pain at the time, and I saw a big fuck it button, and I pressed it, and I didn't mean to. I couldn't be doing with the hassle, I couldn't be doing all the pissing around, all the stuff that I have to do. and I just said I'm not doing it anymore. But what I meant to do, what the live stream was purely intended to say that I'm not doing tutorials or build instruction videos or things like that, but the rest of it I'm still doing. But when I started doing the live stream, I just I just pressed the button and said I'm not doing it anymore. But I am doing it because it's part of my life, it's part of the continuity in life, and it's something that I need to do for myself. So the reviews and me playing videos, they're still going to continue, but the build videos and the build instructions and stuff like that, I can't do it anymore. I haven't got the time, and I haven't got the I can't sit here in pain all the time just to do build videos on something I've already done. I've covered everything anyway with build videos. If you look back on all my videos, you've got the answer to your questions, really. Standing there with CO2 just in case. No, I don't need it. I don't need it. From going good, which served well for 2 years till I upgraded it to a VSHD cheap. I've never had no issue. No, I don't know how these people have problems. I really don't. I don't know what goes wrong, and I wish they'd do some investigation into what goes wrong. So I don't know. Where was I? Right, I did this script. Hang on. I love educating. It gives me great satisfaction in knowing that other people are able to do something they never thought possible, and that does. And people are still educated by a lot of videos that are still there. Well, they're all still there. The dangers that it does come with a lot of dangers, though. You've got the keyboard specialists. The keyboard specialists are people who have always wanted to learn things, but all they can do is grunt and shove a screwdriver in a 240-volt socket, and then wonder why the bollocks are on fire. You know, that sort of person who's never actually done it, but they know better, and they just piss me off. And then you've got the keyboard warriors. I mean, the keyboard warriors are the people who have always wanted to learn things, and they've read about it and they know better than anybody. They're actually a special kind of lowlife in my eyes. They know fuck all about anything, but love stating the bleeding obvious, like you're going to die, you're going to kill someone. Tesla doesn't do it like that. Why haven't you done it like I'd do it? That made no sense when it's plainly bloody obvious what the sense was. Let's just have a look at the comments again. We do appreciate it. No, hang on. I'm going back. Any bike which has a Transex system on it, is it possible to speed it up for the 15 mile an hour? Clive, don't take this the wrong way. I don't know. I don't know, and it's not a case of I don't care. It's that I don't know. It's like, because you own a Ford, it doesn't mean to say that you know everything about every car, every Ford car. So I honestly don't know, and I get this question time after time. I haven't got a clue. So please don't take it the wrong way. I know about what I need to know. I don't know about anything else. I know aircon is dry air. I took it out afterwards and it was outside for about an hour. know people appreciate my efforts. It is an effort, basically. Live stream is called no edits required. No idea how they manage to get fires unless they have very bad power supply. It's not specific for the battery. It could be the power supply going over current, it could be the power supply going over voltage, it could be a multitude of bloody things. Bad workmanship, it could be the BMS setting on fire, it could be the cells letting go. You know, if you've got something like a 5 amp power supply and you've only got two cells in parallel, well, you're talking 2.5 amps per cell. Well, that's going to overpower them to start with, and it'll make them get bloody hot. I never use the charger that they send. I do, when I did a review, I always use the charger to make sure it works and doesn't get too bloody hot. Welsh Whoopie, good afternoon, sir. Ian Gillespie, good afternoon, sir. Steve 64464, good afternoon, sir. It's getting hell to get effort to get out of bed these days with everything going on. Yeah, you're not joking, mate. You're really not joking. Some days, most days I'm alright. Well, I say I'm alright. I can get out of bed and I can hobble around. But there are some days that I just can't bloody move. You know, you have to live with it. So anyway, yes, I'm still doing the reviews and my flight videos, because nobody can tell me how to fly because I'm shit. So I can do that. God, this coffee must be strong. It's staining the mug. So with the reviews, nobody can tell me how to do a review. If you want to try to, kiss my arse and piss off. With flying videos, you can tell me how to fly if you want, but I'll take no bloody notice whatsoever. I fly the way I want to fly, and then I crash, and it's funny, because it's a hobby. It's just a game. So ideally what I want is the comment of, I enjoyed that. I don't have to reply. I haven't got to piss around. I've got far more important things to do in my life than sitting there for 10 hours replying to bloody comments. I can't say this without it sounding bad. I can't be arsed anymore. I can't be bothered with it. I'm not having a moan about anything. I'm just telling you the way that it is, being open and honest. And I can't be bothered anymore because I've got more important things to do. James, yeah, I know, mate. I enjoy giving people knowledge. I really do. The Mayors are saying about flying drones, they should go to Ukraine and help the troops. Yes, absolutely. Time to be gone. Make me feel better with your back health. It's not my back, mate. It's my leg. You sound like you may burn out. No, I don't think I'm going to burn out. I've got things under control now. I know what my limits are. I know what I can and can't do, how long I can do it. You see, I can still do things that I used to do, but I can only do it once. It's like I can lift this battery, but I could only do it once. That sort of thing. You know, I could probably lift the scooter if I needed to. I could probably lift the scooter onto this table, but I could only do it once. And that's me knackered for the day. I'm flat out. So I'm still able to do things, but once, or for a very short amount of time, or some days not at all. Guys back. Right, on open what I was going to do when you built the Xiaomi V65, hack the original controller for more power. Well, I got as much power out of it without burning the thing apart. So yes, I did do that. Beefed everything up. I changed all the MOSFETs in it. What are we on now? 6.44, 53 millivolt difference. Quite literally, I'm just bringing cell bank number 1 up to the same voltage as these, so it doesn't have to do a balance on it. Oh yeah, people with genuine questions, like on videos that I did, I'm not doing anymore. I'm not doing tutorials anymore. I do try to help them, but see, someone usually beats me to it anyway, so I started sitting back a bit and not bothering reading the comments, because somebody's always there to help somebody else. Hang on. Hello.
Are you streaming?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. I heard you.
Hiya. How are you doing?
She's not talking to me. She's talking to the cat.
Hiya, what are you doing?
Yeah. Shut off. Anyway, the questions that people ask, yes, somebody always beats me to it, but I get questions. If you go back onto the diesel heater, how to stop it from sooting up, there's one question on there. Sort it by comment date and have a look at the last question. I'll tell you the question. It says, what is the heater for and where is it connected? What the fuck is wrong with people? What is the heater for and where is it connected? Yeah, she's a bit of a juvenile, aren't you, Chloe?
Hello?
I said you're a bit of a juvenile.
Well, I am young, so...
Yes, but stupid.
Well, I have my moments, yeah.
No.
But I'm fucking nice, so...
You have a moment all of the time. It's just a constant moment.
No, you're talking about yourself there.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I'm mega intelligent, me.
Yeah, whatever.
I just never show it.
That's what you like to think.
I can't be bothered.
No. So you're just fucking dumb all the time.
Stop swearing. I haven't sworn. I may have let one out, but...
What, a fart? That's disgusting.
Your grandfather's watching this.
And he'll laugh at my joke because that was funny.
It wasn't funny at all.
It was absolutely hilarious.
It wasn't funny at all.
It was funny.
I think you should leave.
That was very smart and witty.
No, it wasn't. For you,
It was.
for you it was.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Although it wasn't funny at all.
It was hilarious.
No, nobody said that's funny at all.
Well, there's a bit of a delay, so wait a moment. Ah, there you go.
Cheeky.
Funny.
No, cheeky.
Funny.
Cheeky because that's
Funny.
what you are.
I'm funny.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no.
You're just in denial.
I don't know what
First
river you're
stage
talking
of
about.
acceptance is denial. You'll get there eventually.
What?
5 stages?
Where did you learn that?
I don't know. I've heard it somewhere.
You got it wrong again, as usual.
5 stages of grief. Denial.
That's grief, not
Yeah.
bloody...
And then and then the last one is acceptance. So you'll accept that I am ace. There's no correlation, but you know.
Do you know where you are?
On Earth.
Excellent. At least we got there somewhere.
Well, technically, I'm not on Earth because
Oh, God. I don't want this
I'm actually
conversation.
on the 3rd floor of a building. Which is on
Actually,
Earth.
you'll find that you're not. You're on the second floor.
Which is on Earth.
Because we're in the UK.
Okay, the second floor. Fucking hell.
Stop
Semantic.
swearing!
I'm on the second floor of a building. So technically, that is on the ground. But I'm technically not on the ground. On Earth. But I am on Earth, but I'm not.
Why is everything so complex with you?
Because I'm a woman.
Is that what women do? They're just so bloody complex.
Yeah.
When a bloke actually finds out what a woman's like, she changes. I noticed that.
Have I changed?
A lot, yeah. Every day you change.
Excellent. I'm doing my job then. I'm going shopping today. I don't know what I'm going to buy. Maybe a horse, who knows? The possibilities are endless.
Go and buy a horse then.
I don't like horses. I am so funny.
Someone says, were you bottle fed?
Yes, I was. I think, yeah.
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 That explains a lot.
Oh, you're probably not fed.
I was starved.
Anyway, I'm doing a speech.
I've kind of burst into your speech. Soz.
Soz.
Sozard. What fucking question is that? The right one.
Go away.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I'll show you a picture of my horse.
Yes, send me a photo of horse.
I'm going to call it Sparkle.
Sparkle the horse. That you're not going to buy because you don't like horses.
No.
Okay.
Bye.
Love you, bye. Oh dear. Anyway. Yeah, she's got to respect me. She doesn't respect me. She does. She really does respect me. Facebook groups, Telegram groups, clever ways like the trace cut mod or changing resistors to run 20S, adding delta capacity in parallel, blah 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 blah. I'm not getting. I'm sorry. I'm not getting into these bloody. What's it? Great long conversations on modifying this, that, and the other. There's ways of doing anything. There's ways of modifying anything as long as you've got the knowledge and you've got the tools to do it. If you haven't got one or the other, then no, you can't do it. 3.645, 52 millivolts. Oh, a sec, I need to cough. That's better. When Chloe comes home, we don't take life seriously. We just have a laugh and a joke, and life is funny. It's too short to be sensible, to be honest. So, solid state's in. It's coming in. Well, not solid state, metal. Can't remember what it's called. I know they were working on it a few years ago. I've not looked at the technology recently because I don't care. I don't look at things I don't care about. There's no point. I've got lithium batteries and that's what I work on. I don't look at the news. I don't watch the news. I refuse to watch the news. I refuse to go on Facebook. I don't look at anything that's going to piss me off. I stay well away from it. You're building an e-bike with a 5 kilowatt hour battery. Well done. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Sorry, but what do I say? Hello, Tommy from Dublin. News TV, etc. myself, it's messing me up. Get rid of it, mate. You don't just get rid of it. I haven't got a TV licence because I don't watch TV. Honest to God, I do not watch any live TV. Any. I have the radio on, and that's it. I don't watch live TV anymore. Yeah, escape it. They tell you a load of bullshit. They tell you what you want, what they want you to know, not what you need to know or what you want to know. Mr. Spooky, how are you, mate? I don't watch football. I don't like football, and no, I'm not gay. Okay, I just don't. Football's never interested me at all. Yeah, the BBC send me threatening letters once a month. I get a letter saying that your house is hasn't got a licence. You are breaking the law. I'm not breaking the law because there's no way I can receive TV. Even my Android box has got no way of receiving any live broadcast. I've made sure of that, so I'll invite them in. They can have a look. I don't mind. Anyway, I've got to carry on. I was doing this script, wasn't I? And I'm not stopping too long because it's hurting already. What I was going to say is I hope that people can understand that my whole life recently over the past 3 years has changed completely. Some days I can't get out of bed, some days I can't get out of bed or get off the bed. Some days I'm not too bad, but some days I'm terrible, you know. But I have to keep going for myself. One of the things that I'm struggling with as well is I'm finding it harder and harder to explain what I'm doing. I know I still know, luckily, I still know what I'm doing, but for me to explain it in a logical sort of a layman's terms, it's getting harder and harder for me to do that. So I don't know. It's hard to explain. I've never been the person to explain what I'm doing. I'm not a technical. I've got a technical mind, but not a technical explanation brain. Are you interested in radio control, whatever, Tony? Oh yeah, I've got my planes and everything that I'm still going to be flying. I love my planes. True words, watch very little TV myself, puts me to sleep. Yeah, it's all bollocks. BBC's doing that. Heard it from Do Stuff. Don't get why it's not being oppressed or fought by you guys. You see, the BBC, they're intimidating. They are, what are they doing now? Number one, they're breaking the contract, and they've broken the contract for years and years and years, because they said that they're not supposed to have, they're funded in a unique way by the public. Now, they're not supposed to have any publicity whatsoever, but they've always used bloody placement things. It's like they're advertising Ford, they're advertising Koenigsegg, they're advertising Ferrari. That is advertising. They're advertising a vehicle. Now that is placement advertising, and they are breaking their own contract by doing it. They shouldn't be doing that sort of thing. Top Gear has basically... Oh God. If they had the power, they would just rock up and drag you to court. They've never knocked on my door. I've never had anybody come around here because there's a lock on the outside door and they can't get in anyway. Well, you just piss off. That's an explanation. Steve, I like educating people, and I like to know that people are educated. I don't like the thought that people watch a video and they're completely more confused than when they started. So it's frustrating for me to think that somebody doesn't understand what I'm talking about, because I feel like I've failed. And like I say, things are getting harder and harder for me to explain, and they make less sense. They actually make less sense to me than when I did it. It's not easy explaining what you're doing, especially when you're trying to put it so lower level. I can talk to anybody on any level, but I can't explain to people on any level. Funded by the EU. Yeah. Yeah. They're in breach of contract. And it's harassment and intimidation. I mean, if I sent a letter to somebody saying, give me money, you wouldn't do that too many times, would you? Anyway, I'm changing the subject. I'm not talking about that shit. I still have a passion for planes. Yes, I do. I'm waiting for the weather to improve. I've got a rule. I've always had a rule, a 10-10 rule, that it has to be below 10 mph winds and above 10 degrees. Otherwise, I don't fly. I know I went out last year one day when it was howling gale, and that was fun, but it was interesting. But generally, I don't fly unless it's above 10 degrees and below 10 mph winds. I was working on this battery, wasn't I? And I've done nothing on it. Why did I stop messing with gas toy cars or jets? Well, the jet powered car was an experiment to see if I could do it. But the nitro cars, I couldn't stomach it. They were too noisy, too dirty, too bloody everything. And when electric cars came out, my whole life changed. So no, I don't do the gas or petrol or nitro, or I think this is a bad idea doing this. And I don't really know what I'm doing it for. I need to hold the wires in place, because there isn't enough room for a Mars bar wrapper, let alone a Mars bar, after I've done this. I thought I'm just going to put it over the top. But yeah, like I say, I still want to do review videos, because I enjoy doing those, and it takes very little to edit them. You know, and people can't say you shouldn't do a review like that. Well, it's my review. You don't like it, don't fucking watch it. I think the end of the road for me was the diesel heater. Trying to explain that, and the stupid questions that I'm still getting, like, what's it for? That's unbelievable. What's it for? $25 likes, is that all? Hit the button. Further notice less as I collecting this. Yeah, I'll just collect them, just pile them up. Check me up the tone a bit, little sizes. Frustrating. Change the subject. Yes, absolutely. That makes sense now. I said the manic. I love e-bikes too, 8 years, and enjoy my current 8 hours maintenance. E. It minus. Favourite question you've had, make it. What's my favourite questions? What's a switch? No, sorry, how do you wire a switch? I had that question once. How do you wire a switch? You know, I'd love to bridge this, and I have done quite a few times. It makes a mess of a lot of things. This is what I use this for spot welding now. Anyway, I was working on this. I'm going at 1 o'clock. Like it or lump it, halfway through a sentence, don't give a shit, I'm going at 1 o'clock. So just to reiterate, that live stream that I did, I was in a lot of pain that day. I do apologise for being in pain, but you know, I saw an exit to all the hassle and everything else that I have to do. And hindsight, I shouldn't have done that. I might have a nice long break and you'll get videos whenever I bloody post them, not when you want them. So don't hassle me and say, when's the next video? Piss off, it when I want to give it you. Hang on. That's not straight. It's not important because it'll never be seen, but it's still got to be straight. I've got to get this back in the scooter, and it was a nightmare to fit it in. I mean, I've got that. I got that one. That was the original Olight baton, and I got the baton 3 mini something or other, and I got the baton. It's baton 3 Pro Max S XLR GTS VTOL. You know what I mean? It's good, that is, actually. So I've got a review of that to do, which I did this morning when I was out on my my walk. But it is good, and it's got a partly intelligent thing, which I've been waiting for somebody to bring out, but you'll see the review of that. But I like torches. I don't mean to say it's going to turn into the torch channel again. But if somebody wants to send me something for review, I'll review it. I don't give a shit. Right, further move, it's just smooth, quiet, and you can just hear nature. How about the traffic? Oh yeah. I'll tell you, one of the worst parts for me is not being able to do that. I used to love going out on that bike. I'd absolutely every single minute. Every time I went out, I had a big smile on my bloody face, and it was total freedom. Charge it from electric, charge it from solar, so it was free power. I loved every minute of it, and that is so frustrating to me that I can't do that. You know, I've got this scooter. This scooter's my only other form of freedom. and when I get the battery back in, it's going back downstairs and being kept in the shop again, so I can get out on it. The only reason I haven't been out on it is because of that one cell's been dead. So I've been waiting for the bloke to carry it up here. The lazy git couldn't be bothered. What are we on? 46 millivolts. Slowly getting there. Yeah, there was something else. I mean, on the Chinese diesel heater, when I did the installation, and people were asking stupid fucking questions that I deleted most of them, and they were giving comments of, you've got no drain on the exhaust, you're going to get condensation build up and it's going to break and the whole world's going to end. I'm going to have to go out and talk to people and not be such a sad sack that I am. There's just some of them that there were actually dangerous comments that I saw. One bloke said that you've got to turn the pump up to max and get black smoke out of it. That's the only way you know it's running properly. What's wrong with people? And I have to go and delete those comments, and I have to constantly monitor what comments are what. I can't disable comments because that means that nobody can ask any legitimate questions. You know, and if people can't find the answer in the video, they always turn to the, well, I do. I always turn to the comments. And if somebody sees a comment of, yes, turn it up to maximum, you set fire to the place and kill everyone, it's fine. I'm not doing that. So, instructions and videos like that, I'm not doing. I'm not teaching you how to build stuff anymore, I'll just teach you how to smash it. We're passing our call by, because yes, done that loads of times, mate. It's brilliant. Only goes 40. That's alright. 40's fast enough. 15's fast enough. 15 is a legal limit, you know. 15.5 miles an hour. Of course, I've never been above 15.5 miles an hour personally. Got a story of my brother were on a house switched straight across mains. Didn't have a clue. Joined the colours together rather than being in series. I've done that. I don't. No, I haven't done that. I've blown a bloody. There used to be fuses. I've blown a fuse before because of my stupidity. And also, I've figured out that you've got to turn the mains off when you're wiring stuff up because it bloody hurts too much. I've given myself a right belt so many times now. Did you sell my bikes? Yes, they're all gone, mate. I'm in You're another one who's talked about interference. Hang on. Has that gone now? What if I move? Is that better? Someone talked about it the other day about buzzing. Cell antenna interference. Oh, actually, it might be that. It could be the phone. Throw it over there. Has it stopped now? Did it stop then? Is it this bloody... Does that work? Oh, so it's this bloody piece of shit. Why do I use that when this is wireless? What's wrong with me? Best £5 I've ever spent, that was. In the bin. I'll put that on there. There you go. Right, you got 9 minutes and then I'm going. Am I working? Does it work? Am I coming through, Mum? Can you hear me? Can somebody say if you can hear me or not? Am I working? It says that I am. Am I working? Good. Now I've got to go. Bloody hell, there's a bit of delay. Right, hang on, I've got to read back. I don't want to cook toast off it, yeah, damn. Oh, so cool. How much you sell them for? Can't disclose that. The DIY one, I can, that one that I built, that I sold that for 750, 700. I made that public anyway. But the version 3, I'm not disclosing that. It was far less than it was worth. Right, you've been scared to open the throttle in the past. Yeah, I do miss it. I used to commute on the bloody thing, and version 2 e-bike that I did, which was the what bike was that? What was the bike itself? It was a Canzo, Voodoo Canzo, was it? I scrapped it. I did scrap it. What has happened to you in the last 3 years? My health, mate. I had an accident at work in 2017, and then I can't remember. When was it now? It was about 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I started getting the pain of it. I hurt my back, and the pain of it never went. And about 4 years ago, I didn't feel right, and I went out for a walk, and my right leg went completely numb. It was like a switch. So I'm lying there in the street, looking up at the sky, thinking, well, what do I do now? Anyway, it took me 6 weeks to get any feeling back in my leg, and I've basically got nerve ending damage. So it's something I've got to live with, unfortunately. Let's just check. Sorry, I'm just seeing if there's any important messages. 49 millivolts to go. It sucks that DIY really gets bargained out. I don't know what you mean. Bargained? Is that noise still there? Or is it clean now? No, it's oh good. People have mentioned about that in the past, about the noise. It's this thing is like it's got a bloody battery in it. I've never liked it. It was only a fiver. It's come back. Is there anything that can be done about my back? As I've said times many, I don't mind repeating it, but I don't like repeating it. The problem isn't my back. The problem stems from my back, but I've basically got nerve ending damage, which causes I've got my right foot's numb, and up the right hand side of my leg is numb, but that's where I get the pain, and I don't know why. And the surgeon has basically said there's nothing they can do. White noise. That might be off the lights, or I've got the power supply running as... Actually, that's not running. Shit, I turned it off. I've got to charge this one cell. I followed your videos since around building the V2 bike and always enjoyed them. I used to like V2. That hiss might be the PC, or it could be the monitors, or it could be bloody... There's nothing else running. V2 was the one I used to be able to carry up the stairs, and I enjoyed that one the most. It was a struggle, but I used to manage it. But version 3, as soon as I got it down the bottom, well, that was the end of it. It had to stay down the bottom. Even though I did that fantastically brilliant stair climbing thing. No one appreciated that, and it was brilliant. Yeah, I can hear a slight buzzing. It might be a PC, actually. Then again, I've got constant tinnitus anyway. What was the end thing? Dangers of doing tutorials, advice videos is quite high, not for me, but there are always the dickheads who know better and leave comments that are more... Yeah, I've covered that. About the arseholes who leave the comments to say, oh yeah, you should do this, you'll die for certain then. The reviews are going to be properly edited, like I'm doing a review of this one in the next week. So I'll edit those. The flying videos aren't, because everyone knows I'm going to crash. I quite like this thing. It is quite fancy, and I've got another 2 torches coming as well. I've got a few now. And I sent... Hey, hang on. Can you make yourself an elevator? No. V4, no. Yeah, the V3, I did that winch, didn't I? Put a winch on the front, and that was a complete waste of bloody time. Brilliant idea, but a total waste of time. I was going to make version 4, and version 4 was going to be based... It was going to be based on a What was the Aprilia? I can't remember. It was an Aprilia moped, and I did all the designs and all the layout and absolutely everything, and even went to see a few of them. So yes, it was going to... I even got the motor for it. What was it? QS273? But I sold that in the end. And it's 1 o'clock and I'm going. For foraminal stenosis, I haven't got a clue, mate. I don't know what it is. I haven't got a clue. Plenty of D3 supplements. I've tried everything. I have tried everything. The doctors want to give you hardcore pain control, which may be bad in the long run. Yes, absolutely. The doctors really don't give a shite. They'll just give you something to keep you quiet. So they give you things that you become dependent on. I'm not saying addicted to, but dependent on. So you can't stop taking the bloody things. But I am stopping taking the bloody things because I've had enough of it. I need to tonify myself. Yes, I do. I'll make myself an exoskeleton, 3D printed out of TPU, bright orange. The scooter without a seat, and I honestly like it better. It's just so easy to get up and off compared to a bike. I like my scooter. I want to make it lighter. I want to make. I was intending this year to make a carbon fibre one, 100% carbon fibre, but I might still do that. But it's getting the time to do it, and getting the money to do it. Oh, by the way, if you look down the bottom, there is a super chat thing. If you want to donate a couple of grand, I'll build version 4. Topic, hopefully get better one day. No, I've been told this is how it's going to be. Moringa. I've never heard of moringa. Vicodin, painkillers. Ting tong, thank you for the precious time. Wishing you a big love. Yeah, cheers, mate. I'll find a way to improve my mobility. No. Codeine, yes, 100%. Remember the video of defence riding? Yes. Defensive riding is always the best way to do everything. Just pretend like everyone's going to be bloody out to kill you. What's this? A narrowing of the spaces between your vertebrae, impinging on the nerves, causing pain. It's not my spine, mate. My spine. Right. I'm going to take 5 minutes to explain this. You've got your vertebrae and you've got discs in between them, basically spongy bits to absorb the shock. And in the middle of that, you've got your spinal cord. Now, what happened to mine was when I fell over, I herniated one of my discs. So it pushed the spongy bit. It's like a balloon. If you get a partly inflated balloon, you squeeze it like that. One of these sausage balloons, squeeze it like that, it's got to come out somewhere. So that's what happened to one of my discs, actually 2 of my discs. It came out sideways. But instead of that herniated fluid going back in and sorting itself out, it disappeared apparently. I don't know where it went. I think I just absorbed it into my own body. But my 2 discs now are virtually gone. Now, because of COVID, because of all the delays, because the NHS is completely shit, and you can't see a doctor, literally you can't see one. You can speak to one, possibly maybe, if you get up early enough, but you can't see one. Because the treatment that I've had has taken me 3 fucking years to get, the damage is done and the damage is permanent. So it's not the discs. I had an MRI done in October or November, and I also had one done, when was it now? 2 years ago, 12 months ago, whenever. And the spinal specialist has looked at the old one and the new one. He said, the good news is there's no change. Your discs are still the same. But the bad news is it's not going to get any better. So he said, whatever you're doing, keep doing it, and you will get no worse. But if you push it, you're going to get worse, because it will get closer and closer and the pain will increase. The nerve, right, oh God. If I push things too far, my discs will completely collapse. If my discs completely collapse, then it's going to cause sciatica, and sciatica is where the damage is done if it's not rectified, if you don't recover from it. Now, I had sciatica. I haven't got sciatica anymore. The pain that I'm feeling in the right side of my leg and my foot is from nerve ending damage, which resulted from a trapped nerve. I hope that's made sense. If it hasn't, I really don't give a shit, because I can't explain it any other way. It's not going to get any better. It's not going to get any worse as long as I'm careful. Don't take tramadol. I did once. Wouldn't take them again. I actually had, I took one tramadol. The doctor prescribed tramadol to me, and he said, here, I'll have some of these. I took one of them, and I haven't got the faintest idea about the 2 days after it. Codeine is bloody heroin. It's the same. It's just as hard coming off bloody heroin as it is off codeine. I mean, the amount of people that are just, I won't say people are hooked on codeine, that are actually dependent on it because they have to keep taking it to get rid of the side effects of the withdrawal. And that's basically where I am. Because the doctors can't be arsed, and they can't give you the proper bloody treatment. They can't be bothered with you anymore. They're just like, oh, go away, have a tablet. You'll keep coming back if you have one of these tablets, I can guarantee it. They won't cure the problem. Throwing up, massive stomach pain. Yeah. Don't do tramadol. I went to just a quick one. Right, I'm going at 1:15. I went to the doctor's once because I was going dizzy. And the doctor said, I think you're depressed. I said, but I don't feel depressed. Yes, most people don't know if they're depressed. I'll give you some Prozac. So I thought, all right, I don't mind. I was going dizzy. So I took these Prozac, and there's 2 weeks of my life that I don't remember. But not only that, but my ex said that I was doing strange things like going to the shop, coming back without the shopping, and then I went back for the shopping and forgot it again, and then I walked home and left the car there. Anyway, I went back to the doctors and I said, I can't take these, it's just completely messing my head up. It turns out that I got a blocked ear. It was earwax build-up. The doctor's now sitting there on a 6-figure bloody income doing absolutely fuck all. What are they doing? Where are the doctors? Physically, where are they now? Discipline not to get dependent. It's virtually impossible, mate. It's bad for toothache till you get to the dentist. I know, it's impossible. It was what? It was a build-up of earwax. He treated me for depression, and it was a build-up of earwax making me go dizzy. Because I had my ears syringed. It used to be, the place that I used to work is like on a power station. It used to be very dirty and dusty. and all that shit had gone into my ears, and basically my earwax wasn't actually coming out as it's supposed to, and I had this, one of my ears was completely blocked, and I didn't even realise, I didn't notice I got a lack of hearing. Young doctor or old? He was an old doctor. So since then, if I go dizzy, I'll get some Vortecks. And I'll tell you another one. I am going in 4 minutes. I do apologise. I'll tell you another one. I had, when I was with my ex, she said to me, that you snore. And I said, yeah, I know. And she said, it's not bad, but can you see if anything can be done? And I said, yeah, all right. So I went to the doctor and I said, hello, doctor, I snore. And he said, okay, I'll send you to the hospital. So he sent me to the hospital, and the hospital gave me a CPAP machine, which is basically a respiratory thing that... no, sorry. They gave me a machine that monitors my breathing and stuff like that. And I took it back after, I think I had to use it for a week, and they did all the analysis on the machine, and they said, you've got sleep apnea. This woman said that you're literally on the borderline. It's got we'll say it's got a score of 20 and I'm 11, that sort of thing. It was literally borderline. And she says, so you need a CPAP machine. I said, hang on, I snore. I haven't got a problem with that. Anyway, so they give me this bloody CPAP machine, which is basically a face mask that when it senses that you stop breathing, it pumps air down your face. So I tried to use this machine, but I was taking it off in my sleep. I didn't know. I'd wake up, the bloody thing was going mental at the side of the bed, and it'd wake me up at night. So I took it back, and I said to him, I took it back, and I said, I'm sorry, but I can't use this thing. And the woman said, you've got sleep apnea though. And I said, yeah, but it's literally borderline. It's not a problem, and I only came here because I snore. So you're refusing our treatment then? I said, well, if you want to put it like that, yes. You know, I had a letter off the DVLA saying that we're taking your licence off you. because they said that due to lack of sleep, I'm a danger on the road. And I had to write him I'm not joking, I had to write him a great long bloody letter to say, I'm sorry, but I went to the doctors because I've got a problem with snoring. I haven't got a problem with driving or feeling tired. Unbelievable they are. I went to the doctors. It's a God's honest truth. I went to the doctors because I snore, and they took my driving licence off me. Anyway, I'm off in 2 minutes. If anyone wants to say goodbye or fuck off, then say it now. Mine told me when I was just high blood pressure issues, that I'm depressed and angry. Vortecks is just standard olive oil. There's no real difference. Well, like the bug, doing what you're doing. Medical records are private. No, the hospital reported me to DVLA and said that I may be a risk on the road because I don't sleep, because I've got sleep apnea. They've got a legal requirement to actually, a legal obligation to report people like that. See you again soon. Some conclusion that people come up with. A professional system of donators from watching over 4 years best practice. Yeah. Digital ID makes government agents snitching the worst. Absolutely. That's the UK for you. Blah 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 blah. Right, this is the last live stream I'm doing. It's the second and last. I won't be doing any more. I can near enough promise you that. I'm doing reviews. on torches. Someone sent me an email yesterday saying, do you want to do a review on a document scanner? Or it's a book scanner, document scanner. So I told them to fuck off. I'm not doing that. I've got my limits, you know what I mean? Right, 1:15. Andy! Bloody hell, thank you, mate. Thank you very much indeed. I don't know what to say, mate. I don't know what the conversion rate is, and I don't care. If it's a penny, that's fine. Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate it. Yes, and I appreciate you being there as well, mate. That's nice. Made my day, that is. I might do some. I mean, I do on Patreon. Well, I haven't done any recently. I might blow something up on Patreon tonight, actually. Is it Saturday? Yes, it's Saturday. I might actually blow something to pieces. Fuse something out or something, I don't know. Anyway, folks, I've got to go. It's getting very uncomfortable, so I've got to be careful. Andy, again, thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. I can only spend it in Hungary. That's fine. I'm off. I'm going to Hungary. Right. Catch you all later. Thanks for being here. Muchly appreciated. Enjoy life. Keep smiling. Bollocks to what anybody else thinks.